Hi guys, welcome to the channel. In today's episode, we'll be at the Tower of London. At various points throughout the tower, you'll see this handy map, and they also give you a paper version that you can carry around with you. The first exhibit you'll come across is the Royal Mint, which Edward I installed here in the late 1200s. It remained here until 1810 when it moved to a new location in Tower Hill. The function of the mint was to create the coins of the realm, and the exhibits here on display show the tools that were used to create the coins, as well as some really interesting stories about the things that took place here. As you make your way around the exhibition, you'll see various examples of ancient coins on display, as well as the ancient furnaces used to create them. Through a process known as assaying, they had to work out how much silver and gold was in the coins, and these instruments were used to help them accomplish that. Within this cabinet is the Tudor pottery collection. This exhibit talks about the evolution of coin production. They even drafted in the services of Sir Isaac Newton, no less, to make the desired improvements. Head deeper into the tower and take in all of the history that you're surrounded by. Next up is the medieval palace. When you enter, you'll see this really helpful information board. As you head deeper into the room, you'll see a video on in the background giving you even more information about the place. This room here has some great views of the River Thames. The room we're heading into now has a few information boards giving you insight into the chambers of King Edward I. This is a bedchamber of King Edward I, pretty fancy, especially when you consider it was put together in the late 1200s. King Edward even had his own personal chapel. The next area of the medieval palace is Wakefield Tower, which was commissioned by Henry III. As king, he obviously needed his own throne, as well as his own private chapel. Check out the stained glass windows. Before moving on, take some time to enjoy the views. There's a great view of the White Tower from here, and you can also see some of the modern London landmarks, including the Shard and of course Tower Bridge. Then it's time to head into the Lanthorn Tower. You'll see an exhibit inside here letting you know a bit more about courtly life. This exhibit is fairly short, so head back onto the bridge, walk past this scary dude with the axe, and then head on into the Salt Tower. This is another short exhibit that lets you know that people were once imprisoned here, including John Balliol, a Scottish king, and Hugh Draper, who was accused of sorcery. Here are some instructions to let the guards on patrol know what to do in the event of attack, and a friendly reminder of what it is that they're protecting. At the end of the exhibit, you can see this 3D model of the Tower of London. On the bridge towards the next tower, you'll see these information displays telling you about spies and wartime executions. Again, take some time to enjoy the views from the bridge. I really like the contrast between modern and historic architecture. These windows are where the archers would have fired their weapons from. Do you know people actually live here? You can see their houses down below. The next exhibit is dedicated to the yeoman warders, also known as beefeaters. The tower has a Royal Beasts exhibition because for over 600 years, this place was home to a number of exotic species, including lions, tigers, bears and monkeys, amongst others. The exhibition features a number of helpful information points, which lets you know a bit more about what happened with the animals here. These animals came from all over the world, and owning them was a bit of a status symbol. Some of the exhibits are interactive, like this one here. The various 3 lions' crests you see here can be lifted up for more information about what they mean. These screens feature electronic displays detailing the history of the Tower of London. The weather really doesn't know what it wants to do with itself today, does it? This exhibition is dedicated to the Tower of London during World War I. Most of the exhibits here are in picture format, which is actually quite a nice change after reading so much information in other parts of the tower. Now it's beautiful sunshine. See what I mean about the weather? We're about to head to the centre of the tower now, so take in the views one last time. The beefeaters are not the only ones protecting the Tower of London. Just outside the exhibition for the Crown Jewels, the King's Guard are on patrol. Despite their elegant appearance, please don't forget, these guys are highly trained soldiers. From here, you get an absolutely incredible view of the White Tower. Take some time to enjoy the views before we head on into the Crown Jewels exhibition. Just look at how blue the skies are now. The weather in England is so unpredictable. Now it's time to head into the Crown Jewels exhibition. So put your phones away, put your cameras away, because there's no filming here. In all honesty, this is a good thing, because it means you take the time to enjoy the exhibition. Around the outside of the tower, there are various cannons on display. And now it's time to head into the centrepiece of the attraction, the White Tower. The Line of Kings exhibition featured here was installed in the 17th century for King Charles II. The historic armour on display is absolutely brilliant. It features personalised armour sets for various kings of England. Here is the Chapel of St John, built by William the Conqueror. As snug as this chapel may be, it's actually quite classy. This exhibition functions as a museum for arms and armoury. There are some really eye-catching exhibits here, including the personal swords of various kings. Check out this fearsome looking dragon. There are a number of exhibits on display, so do take the time to have a walk around and read all of the information panels. These exhibits give you information around various professions linked to the tower. Just before you exit, you're taken to the storehouse. There's some helpful information about how the White Tower functioned as a prison, as well as an explanation that the tower was built on Norman foundations. Robert Devereux, the 2nd Earl of Essex, was executed here, and it took 3 strikes with an axe. Yikes! Here is yet another model of the Tower of London. The White Tower has its very own gift shop. Now it's time to head on up to the Bloody Tower. The tower is linked to the supposed murders of Edward V and his younger brother. They were allegedly requested to remain here by their uncle Richard III who may have had something to do with their demise. Just outside the Bloody Tower is the Rally Garden. Around the tower, you'll find a number of ravens who are said to be protecting it. You're also warned not to feed them or get too close because they might actually bite you. Time to leave the Tower of London now, and there's one last glimpse of Tower Bridge in the distance. This is Traitor's Gate, where they received goods from the River Thames. This is the Cradle Tower, and it was built by Edward III as a private river port. This place even has its own pub, but it's private, so you can't get a drink in there. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, hit the subscribe button because I'll be producing new material on a regular basis. In the meantime, why not check out some of my other videos? Until the next time, all the best.